It's Friday here at Bob's Magic Emporium. Time for the next all-new The School of Magic. Classes in session every Friday on The School of Magic. Today's trick involves a water bottle and a cell phone. So I'm going to turn my cell phone on so you can see that it is a real cell phone. It's my real cell phone. I took the cover off of it, though, just so that, well, you'll see why in a moment. But it's my real cell phone. I'm going to turn that off here for a moment. And I have a real water bottle. And I'm going to take the cap off the water bottle. And I'm actually going to show you that the cell phone cannot fit through the top of the water bottle. No way to get it in. Also, I want you to see the top is solid all the way around. The sides are solid and the bottom is solid. Now watch. I'm going to take this cell phone and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Yep, just like that. I'm going to shove the cell phone right there. Can I turn it on? Can I turn on that cell phone? Whoops. Well, no. But I can't turn it on, but it is the same cell phone. And notice that it can't come out of the top. And it can't come out of the bottom or any of the sides. And that is cell phone in a water bottle. Alright, this is a really fun street magic trick. And you can do this. I forgot to put the cap on the water bottle when I shoved the cell phone in. But anyways, it's a really cool trick because people don't know how you get the water bottle in the, or the cell phone in the water bottle. Let me reset the trick here. Excellent. What you can also do too is in this trick you can talk about recycling, and you can say, oh, a lot of people just throw away the bottle but leave the cap on the ground. I like to put the cap in the bottle as well, so that way you recycle both of them. All right. So this is a very easy trick. I have another water bottle over here so I can show you how to get this set up. Alright, so I put the cap on this one. And all I did with this water bottle is I pre-gimmicked it. And all I did was I cut a slit in the back of the water bottle. The slit is big enough so you can shove a cell phone right in the back of the water bottle. And you can shove it all the way in, and it's virtually undetectable when you have your cell phone in there. And then all you do is you can pull it right out when you're not in view of anybody and you have a gimmicked water bottle. So here's how to make this gimmicked water bottle. It's a really fun thing to do if you have an empty water bottle instead of recycling it. Alright, so you're going to take the water bottle. This one is ungimmicked, and you want to find the, it doesn't really matter. I usually use the side with the barcode on the back, so I will just, you're just going to take one end of your scissors and you're just going to poke it through the water bottle. Be very careful when you poke this for a couple reasons. One, you might want to have an adult help you because you don't want to poke it all the way through. I know a couple times I've been trying to shove the scissor in there and I've poked it through the other side. That doesn't work. Then you need another water bottle. And also because it's a little hard to poke those scissors through. Alright, so you have a little hole down here at the bottom and you're just going to cut a slit. All you do to make the slit is just cut straight up. And normally what I'll also do is when I cut up the water bottle, I'll go underneath the label. And I'll go up a little bit more. That way I have a little bit of a bigger slit. And also, I started my hole right about here. You want to go down a little farther as well. So now I have a slit cut in the back of this water bottle. So it's, I don't know, it's a little hard to see, but I have a slit. So now you have like a water bottle with a little hole cut in the back of it. So what you can do with this water bottle is you can shove anything in the slit. You can shove the cap, so you can say something about recycling and how people just recycle the bottles, but yet they don't recycle the caps. What I like to do, and all I do is I take that cap and I just hit it against that slit, and your fingers will go in, and you can drop the cap in the bottle. And you can turn it upside down and show the cap can't come out. The thing I like to do when I perform this trick, no matter what I shove inside the bottle, I love to keep my fingers tight around the bottom of the bottle. The top of the bottle doesn't matter, but that way, if you keep your fingers tight around that bottom of the bottle, when you shove it in, when your fingers go in the slit like that, with your fingers covering it from the front, they can't tell that you shoved fingers in there. They just think you shoved it like that, and that your fingers are behind the bottle, but really, you know, you shoved them in there. So, and get really good with the shoving in, because what you want it to look like, I'll see if I can do it. You want it to look like this. That cap just penetrates through that bottle. You don't want to make it look like this. Let me see if I can get that. Okay, wipe that off a little bit. So you don't want to make it look like this where they're fumbling. You want it to go straight in like you just took that cap and it's penetrated the bottle. So again, you want it to look like that. Now, anything can go in here. You can put a deck of cards in here. And you can say, this is how I keep my cards safe from intruders. Something like that. What you can do is you can say, I have a prediction written down right here. If you dry the inside of the bottle off, you could put a paper prediction inside of here and say, let's keep this safe. Boom. And you put it inside the bottle, and then you can cut the bottle up later to get it out. The cell phone is the only thing that you can't really shove in there to make it look like it's penetrated. You will have to do a little bit of that turning motion that I told you shouldn't do with the cap. Cell phone works the same way. Cover your hands around the bottle. You're going to push it in and push up so that your cell phone goes in there. Again, every cell phone is different sizes and shapes, so you may have to play around with yours. But you just go, since this is an iPhone, it's nice and rectangle, so it's just in and up. So it goes like that, push it in there, and you want to make sure you don't do this. Notice some of my cell phone is sticking out, so when you really want to make sure before you flash to the audience, especially when you remove this hand, that you make sure your cell phone is all the way in the bottle so that they can't see you have your hands in there. So I'll do this one more time. Pretty self-explanatory trick, but I'll do it one more time just to show you. I'll do it from this exposed angle and the front angle. So the front angle goes like that, and it looks like your cell phone is just penetrated. And if you can get it to, and really what I like to do is try to get the cell phone actually the other way. So it goes like that, and I can kind of sneak my finger in there as it's doing it, as I push it in, so that way I can turn the cell phone on, and I can show that it really is a real cell phone. So here it is one more time from the exposed angle. Let me get that cell phone out. All right. One more time from the exposed angle. It's just boom. And you look like you shoved the cell phone in there. Now, with the cell phone, it's going to kind of push open that hole a little bit. So you want to make sure you just kind of like push that hole back together a little bit. And then you can kind of really, honestly, be a little free with the bottle. I mean, they might be able to see the slit a little bit, but you could kind of like, if you're keeping your hands moving, you can kind of flash the back side of it, and they really can't see the slit as long as your hands are moving. All right, and also one other tip about the bottle, it's going to last you probably 5 or 6 times, and then your slit is going to start to get a little bit bigger, and it's going to start like breaking the bottle and stuff like that, so you have to get a new bottle about every 6 times. But once you've done it, it's pretty easy, and the bottles are inexpensive. You can use a soda bottle if you want. You can use a water bottle, whatever you want to use. It's really, really cool. So that's cell phone in water bottle. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next Friday for an all-new The School of Magic. More. Do you know how to mix up cards? You say, you are not cards. You are not cards. You get the 2 tubes, and you get a certain amount of bottles. Let me grab one of the requires a little bit more in the way of not really sleight of hand. It requires more actually looks. It looks like you're actually taking and shuffling the cards.